A beam system is a group of beams spaced evenly, usually inside of a structural bay, and that holds something up above. To draw these beams, we need to execute the Beam System command underneath the Structure tab. So go ahead and select on Beam System. Now, for this particular building, we're going to need to adjust a few different properties here. The first thing is we want to have beams of a certain size. In order to be able to adjust the size of the beams that are getting ready to be placed, here on the options bar, it says beam type. Right now it says W21 by 57. I'm going to go ahead and select on that. And the kind that we want to place in here will be a W14 by 30. So let's just look for that on the list, find it, and then just select on that. Now the justification being center is just fine. What that means is, how do we want these to be spaced from the beginning? Do we want it to be centered in the bay, or do we want it to be based at wherever the end of the bay or the back of the bay is going to be at? Center is just fine in this case. This is the distance apart that each of the beams need to be spaced. And in this case, 6 feet is what we want, so we can be fine with that. But one thing that we do want to do, though, is we're going to change this from being a fixed distance to be what's called clear spacing. So it's just going to try to space these evenly inside of here. And you can see if I move my mouse in here, you can start to see some of these dashed lines showing up inside of the bay. Now, one thing that I did do, and this was a mistake on my part, is I just typed in 6, and then I believe I actually put the inch sign after it, because right now we're seeing them spaced every 6 inches maybe, or maybe that's what it was by default. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to be 6 feet instead of 6 inches, because that just would have been obviously way too close. And then by moving the mouse back down again, you can see that there's a dashed lines in there indicating where those beams are going to get placed. Also, before I click in there, I'll go ahead and point out the fact that I could change all that information as well underneath the properties over here. So you can either choose it here, or else you can choose up here in order to be able to make your changes. All that being said, we have everything set up the way that we want. Now we can go ahead and just move our mouse inside of here. I want this to go from left to right, not up and down. So come up here to the top of the bay, and now you can see the dashed lines going from left to right. And then just click on the inside there. And continue to do this, going across. Unfortunately, there's not really a faster way to do this, but really this isn't very long. We're going to be talking about perhaps 12 clicks by the time this is all said and done. Now that we've done that, we can see right now it's just single line symbology. If we wanted to have this be 2 lines, show what the actual thickness of the beams are, we could always come down here to our detail level and change it from a coarse level of detail up to a fine level of detail and be able to see each of those beams in this case. Just so that you can see it, let's go ahead and take a look at this in a 3D view. Zoom in a little bit here. We can see how they're going to look when placed. I'm going to come up here one more time, click on the big X, and I'm going to click on the big green check mark here. If you ever get this error message that says it hasn't been specified, what it really means is that you're in the middle of the command and you just need to cancel out of the command, and that's okay. So we'll just click on quit sketching here, and that'll get us out of the command. The last thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to copy this up so these same conditions are in each of the structural bays going all the way on up the building. So in order to be able to do that, we'll just come down here to near where the D is at. We're going to click, window around, and now we're going to come back up to this filter tool again, select on filter, and what we're going to want to bring up is going to be that structural beam system. So we can clear out everything but the structural beam system. Click on OK to that. Next, we're going to come up here to copy the clipboard. Then we're going to select on the word paste, and we're going to align that to our selected levels. In this case, it means that we're going to copy this from the 3rd floor all the way up to the roof level. Now we'll wait for a few seconds for this to process. Now the purpose of these going across the building will be to support our floors up above, as well as up on the roof level to be able to help support the roof. Now once it's finished processing, feel free to go ahead and go to your 3D view and take a look at it. And you can spin the model around either by selecting up here somewhere on the view cube, or else by just holding down Shift and the button on your wheel mouse. Adding beams to a structural bay is easy to accomplish. We just need to choose the appropriate beam and its properties and specify where we would like to place it.